Right, fellas, welcome back to the channel. We are one game away from the Super Bowl. If we can win this game, fellas, against the Chargers, we are in the Super Bowl. Now, we are big favourites in this game. The Chargers, we beat him earlier on in the season. He was a decent opponent. And then from playing me, not saying I made him better, but from the point of playing me, he's gone on, made a massive run, made a massive upset against legendary Lou. And now we're here, fellas. Massive, massive game. And you'll see we're in the snow again. And it just makes your players so much slower, so much, how do I explain it? Like a lot more stuck in the mud. It just feels like they don't react as quick. Their acceleration goes down. The change of direction isn't as good. So it's one of those. So you see it comes out in bunch. Now, the main thing from watching it the last game back was he loves his RPOs. So there's no RPOs in bunch. So I've not got to worry. But I'm going to try and bait him if he doesn't RPO and motions over. So he motions over to open bunch tight end. And I know there's an RPO there. So I bait to blitz my user thinking I'm going down for the run. Make that play of the year, fellas. For a pick six, first play of the game. Now, boys, you've got to watch that back. I bait, so essentially a run pass option. He can either run the ball down the middle or he can throw it. Now, I blitzed my middle user so he didn't think he could run the ball, and he had no idea I was lurking on the right-hand side. So I get the touchdown. I just knew it's going to happen, and that's the kind of stuff, boys, that gets you to a Super Bowl. So massive, massive play. And we could have had another pick there, but just miss out. So massive play to start with, boys. We're 7-0 up from the first play, and we get the ball at half as well. So we're way ahead, boys. Like, that's such a good start. It couldn't have gone any better if we tried. So he's going to try and run the ball, boys. We know what his plan is to mainly throw out a bunch. And then if he's going into other formations, he's going to mainly run out of that. So he's throwing a few close little reads to start with, boys. Our defense is really balling out. So happy days. If he keeps making reads like this, then we'll be fine. Saying that, though, he then dots me up. He perfectly diagnoses cover two. Like, I'll show it here, boys. I have a cover two, which means two deep players there, and he literally puts a post right in between for bunch trail, and it's a perfect play call. He does miss his extra point attempt, though, fellas, and then we get the ball and dot him up straight away. So my main plan here, boys, is to be nice and aggressive in this first half. Once you get a turnover, you can either try and be a bit passive, be a bit negative, or you can be really positive, go for the kill early, and then you're way ahead in the game. So we're just chilling here, gradually moving this ball. I'm not doing anything stupid, like not making any stupid reads, but if it's open, I'm going to make the read. So happy days, just moving this ball, nice and easy, making the good reads. We've got a 3rd and 1 here, circle's wide open, so we're going to take our check down, fellas. At this point in the game, just make sure you get your check downs, don't do anything stupid. So for 1st and 10 here, boys, had a touchdown, circle was going to be wide open, but we get sacked. So it's 2nd and 21 now. Circle's wide open and Russell Wilson just misses it, just throws an absolute duck. And it means we have a 3rd and 21, which isn't very realistic to hit. So I thought I'd just throw underneath, see if I can make a play. But it's not the end of the world. That's pretty much a free drive. So we're taking our 3 points, moving on to the next drive. And if we can get a stop, boys, we know our offense is moving well enough. It's just Russell Wilson killed me with missing that pass. But what can you do? So we're here just chilling, just not doing anything crazy. We're not sending in any big blitzes or anything like that. We're just going to go a bit more max coverage, let him dot me up down the field. There's loads of time left in this clock as well, fellas. So he's got to make his reads. I don't mind him gradually moving this ball down the field because at the end of the day, if he takes a lot of time off this clock and then I go and get points in the half, then we are way in control. But he throws an absolute laser and it's not the end of the world, boys. So I feel confident on offense, be able to move the ball. So he's already way too far up in the field. We know we're going to get this ball back. If we can do a goal line stand here, fellas, and keep him to 3, we'll be absolutely laughing. So 2nd and goal. Man coverage, nothing is open. We double manned a person. We put some curl flats in there. He manages just to make a little kind of a little broken play there. But it's 3rd and goal now, fellas. And he hits me with a crossing route. I go cover 2 and my vert hook didn't play it. I don't know why, because there's nothing else in that area. But what can you do? We've got so much time left in this clock, fellas. All we need is 3 points and we'll be up at half, but we're going for a touchdown. We're going to go for the jugular. So 1st and 10, still taking our check downs. There's loads of time on this clock, so we're going to gradually bring it down, make the right reads. X is open, so we're going to hit it. Just, boys, just playing playoff football right now. And there's nothing more you can really do. So 1st and 10 here, triangle gets wide open and Russell Wilson misses another deep crossing route. Just Yeah, boys, I could have put this game to bed already if he hit his throws. Unfortunately, Russ wasn't really feeling it in the cold today, and you can probably understand it. Who would want to be playing football in that kind of snow? But we're still doing all right, boys. Haven't taken any silly sacks, so we're in really good field position. We fight there with Darren Waller, and then we have a first and goal. We try and do a little QB sneak, can't get it, but we've only got one timeout left, so we're going to do a quick no huddle, get back in position, try and do it again, and it gets stopped. So we take our timeout. No, we're going to do the Liam special. We're calling it the Liam special, fellas. A little play action on the goal line. Roll out, laser it to square. I don't even know who that is. I never use that player. But we laser it, touchdown, and that's 17-12. So don't make any stupid reads and we'll be fine. And I'll do that. Just as I say, don't make any stupid reads. I throw an absolute book. He's never in either of the games run towards that seam streak. So I threw it just thinking he'd peel off following R1. He didn't, but we managed to get the pick with Acrobat. I knew what play he was trying to look for. Obviously, he did that in the last goal line, or in the last red zone plays that he was doing. So I just made sure I used that underneath route myself this time. I thought I'm gonna take it out of the hands of the vert hook and I'm gonna play it myself. And that is the advantage of an Acrobat. Acrobat can literally dive there, fellas, get the pick, and Isaiah Simmons is just an absolute beast. But you'll see in this top right, boys, we're bringing this clock down. I'm in a really good position. I don't think he can stop me on offense. If I make the same reads I've been making the most of the game, then I'll be absolutely fine. No more stupid reads. So 3rd and 10 here. Nothing's open, to be honest with you, boys. So we roll out Russell Wilson. We slide a little bit early, so we have a little bit of a nervy 4th and 1. But triangle's open, so we hit a nice little check down. And look at this clock, fellas. That's pretty much that's the 3rd quarter gone already. And we're in field goal range. So all we need to do is keep bringing this clock down, make him use timeouts if he can. But we're feeling like we're going to get a touchdown here, boys. So he's got to get more aggressive. To be honest with you, boys, he's kind of letting me get these. We run the ball again. Just look at this clock, fellas. Thankfully, Kamara didn't get in, so we can just take some more clock off this, more time off this clock, and then we do a little fullback dive to Kamara, get the touchdown, and there's so little time for him to come back now, fellas. He does have all 3 timeouts, but all I'm going to do, let's go max coverage, try and stop anything deep happening, and then keep everything inside the numbers. If he wants to make a deep throw inside the numbers, then a happy days. His clock's going to keep going. So you'll see I could have kept running with that play, but instead I stayed on the sidelines with my user just to make sure he couldn't get out of bounds to stop this clock. So we're doing the same again here, fellas. You'll see me rolling outside with my user. I'm happy him throwing anything in the middle, just don't want him going outside. So 1st and 10, he throws it inside again. So we're happy, boys. Just want to keep this clock rolling. So 2nd and 5 here. He lays it up, but it's still inside the numbers. So we're not too stressed, boys. So he does a 1st and 10, throws a flat route. Perfect defense for it because I wanted to keep the clock going, but he does absolutely truck over my guy. And it's a 2nd and 10 now. So we got 1 minute 25 on the clock. He does absolutely laser me in, boys. But you'll see, he took a timeout. He took a timeout, fellas. So it means he has to get the onside kick or we get the win. He has to get it, fellas. He does get a touchdown, but he needs the onside kick, and we managed to stop it. So now all we're going to do is run this ball. We're pretty much in the Super Bowl without any fumbles, so we're on conservative. We just need to run the ball a couple more times, get a 1st down, and we will be... Oh, sorry, I got the hiccups. Terrible time for the hiccups as I was building up towards the Super Bowl. But you'll see we got the 1st down, fellas, and that means we can kneel it out for the win. We are heading to the Super Bowl, fellas. Now, you see I've like 13 and 4. I actually got 3 forced losses. So I've only lost 1 game, and that was my first game. So I'm on like an 18-game win streak or something crazy at the moment, fellas. Well, okay, that's kind of a lie. I've won about 15 games in a row. But it means we're on to the Super Bowl, fellas. Now, we are favourites for the Super Bowl. If we win $200. So let's see if we can do it, boys. Make sure you stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the Super Bowl.